There's a radio inside you that rarely goes quiet. Opinions, judgments, scenarios, reruns of the past, previews of the future. And yet, there's something wider in you that can see all of this. The real question isn't how to stop the mind, but how to observe it in a way that gives you more freedom than you've had before. And a quick note, I've already made a companion video called Beware of Your Thoughts. That one helps you recognize the noise. This video turns recognition into daily practice, drawing on Eckhart Tolle's teachings. The core insight is simple. You are not what you think. You are the one who notices thinking. You are not what appears in you. You are the space in which it appears. When you take a half step back inside, you notice, I am thinking, I am feeling. There is an impulse. The field of attention becomes wider than the content. This is the awakening of the inner witness. You don't need big words. A quiet label is enough. Thought, feeling, impulse, paired with a deliberate exhale. That gentle naming already creates distance. This is a thought, and I am the one seeing it. If a heated email lands, notice. Heat, story, exhale. If someone presses a button in you and your pulse jumps, bring attention to the chest and shoulders and give yourself 3 breaths of space. The aim isn't to have no thoughts. It's to stop having to jump at every thought. The voice of observation doesn't defend and doesn't attack. It clarifies. This is a story in my head, not the whole of reality. When the head is loud, the body is a quieter doorway to the now. Tolle calls this the inner body, the subtle living field of sensation that's always present when you tune in. Close your eyes and feel the aliveness in your palms. Sense the chest widening on the inhale and softening on the exhale. The belly loosening, the soles of your feet meeting the ground. This isn't imagination, it's direct perception. The clearer you can sense the inner body, the less the mind's narrative can whisk you away. It's like dropping below choppy surface waves into a steady depth. From here, cleaner sentences are born. Less explaining, more presence. Turn this into micro-rituals through your day. 1 breath before your hand touches the door handle. 1 breath before you pick up a call. 1 breath before you hit send on an email. Each time, let your attention briefly inhabit the hands, chest, and feet. This anchoring isn't passive. It's the foundation of precise action. The mind's favorite playground is psychological time, replaying the past and manufacturing future scripts. Words like always and never, phrases like when X finally happens or if only back then are hints that story has outrun fact. The practical shift is to return to what is verifiably true. Ask, what is true now? What do I actually know? And what am I assuming? What is the next small, clean step from here? Facts tend to be simple and concrete. Warmth in the chest, pressure in the throat, 5 unread emails. 2 sentences were said. Story is where the labels and generalizations live. I always mess this up. This is just how it is for me. You don't have to go to war with the story. You only need to bring attention back to the fact. Keep clock time. It's necessary for schedules and deadlines, but loosen the primacy of psychological time. Let the question what will happen tomorrow lose its grip, because what is true now has priority, and from that priority, the next sane move becomes visible. There will be days when a dense, irritable energy rises for no obvious reason. Tolle calls this the pain body, old, accumulated emotional charges moving and looking for fuel. In those moments, the smallest trigger can bloom into drama. The reflexes are usually to flee or to fire, suppress and distract or discharge it outward, or turn it inward as self-attack. Practice non-resistance instead. First let the fact be the fact. This hurts right now. The field in me feels dense. Take 3 slow exhales and track the body sensations with kindness. Drop the second arrow, guilt and shame about the feeling. Then speak a short, clean sentence that clarifies rather than inflames. I'm tired. I'll finish this tomorrow. When I hear that, I tense up. Can we slow down a minute? Non-resistance isn't passivity. It means allowing the fact first and acting from clarity rather than fighting what is. That's how the pain body goes hungry. Without drama, it gets no fuel. Waves pass because it's their nature to pass. And you remember, you are not the wave. You are the ocean it moves in. Observation stays with you when it becomes rhythm. Pick a small arena for the next week, email, commuting, meals, or phone use, and declare it your practice field. Before sending, take one conscious exhale and ask, what is the next clean sentence? At the start of a drive, feel the soles of your feet for the first few seconds. At meals, let the first 3 bites belong to the food. No screen. Before you reach for your phone, pause for 2 seconds and ask, why am I reaching? And instead of what? Support this with 3 short body checks a day. Shoulders drop, jaw softens, eyes relax, chest widens, feet felt. In the evening, recall 3 micro-awakenings. I noticed the loop a half sentence earlier. I said a cleaner no. I took 1 breath before replying. Small, consistent moves are stronger than rare, big resolutions. Don't believe the story that says it doesn't matter. This is how the inner muscle is built. There are a few common traps worth avoiding. Don't try to silence the mind by force. Willpower adds noise to noise. Don't turn observation into self-attack. The moment you notice you were carried away by a thought, the noticing is already a turning point. The one who notices isn't totally fused with what's noticed. Don't make a spiritual ego out of observing your mind. If you feel superior because you're so aware, you just traded the music for a badge. And don't become a positivity police officer either. Presence doesn't mean only pleasant feelings get in. Reality gets in, pleasant or difficult. Truth creates space, posing creates tightness. The benefits show up most clearly in ordinary life. In a conflict, the aim shifts from winning to clarifying. When I hear that, my stomach tightens. Can we slow down? In decisions, speed becomes less important than clarity. What am I truly saying yes to right now? At work, there are fewer unnecessary moves and more essential ones. Less self-explaining and more attention. In relationships, a boundary isn't a wall, but a frame. This is how I can connect well. In the body, the sense of chase turns into a cadence. Inner body, exhale, feet. And perhaps the most telling sign, humor returns. Not cynicism, but the kind that gives you back your breath at the end of the day. People often ask how to tell whether it's ego speaking or healthy self-protection. Let your body answer. Do you contract or expand after you speak or act? Is there less air and a narrower field of view with only one right option left? Or is there a bit more space, a softer gaze, and 2 more decent possibilities? It's not about labeling contraction as bad and expansion as good. They're signals. Contraction invites you to slow down and make space. Expansion says you can continue from here. In both cases, let reality outrank the story about it. A few reminders from Tolle can help you return. Thoughts and emotions are clouds. You are the sky. You don't have to push the clouds apart to see. Remembering the sky is enough. The now isn't a slice of time. It's a quality of consciousness in which life happens. Non-resistance isn't giving up. It's acting from the fact rather than against it. The inner body isn't mysticism. It's a doorway to direct experience. Psychological time, the when I finally and if only sentences, breeds lack. Giving the now priority fills that lack from the inside, even before anything changes outside. Before we close, a reminder. There's a companion video called Observe the Noise of Your Mind. Watch it alongside this one if you can. Together they round out the picture. That one helps you recognize the noise, this one helps you practice the rhythm. You don't need a different life to live with a different quality. The life you have can receive new light. If you try just one tiny thing today, let it be this. Put your phone down for 1 minute and look around. Presence is often waiting right here. And if this video supported you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss what comes next.